CNN just dropped a report that has the internet completely losing its mind. According to explosive rumors spreading across social media, Jake Paul has reportedly been taken into custody amid a growing fake fight controversy, and fans are demanding answers. For years, Jake Paul has built his boxing empire on massive pay-per-view events, shocking knockouts, and non-stop controversy. But now, critics are claiming that some of the biggest fights connected to his name deserve a closer look. Allegations, leaked discussions, and viral fan theories have sparked a firestorm online, with many people questioning whether everything happening inside the ring has been as real as it seemed. The moment news of the alleged custody situation began circulating, social media exploded. Hashtags started trending, reaction videos flooded YouTube, and thousands of fans rushed to find out what was really going on. Some supporters insist this is just another attempt to damage Jake Paul's reputation, while others believe this could be the biggest scandal boxing has seen in years. What makes this story even crazier is that Jake Paul has always thrived in controversy. From viral internet feuds to headline-making boxing matches, he's managed to turn every major backlash into an even bigger spotlight. But this situation feels different. If the accusations surrounding the so-called fake fight controversy continue to gain momentum, the impact could reach far beyond one fighter and raise questions about the credibility of influencer boxing itself. Now everyone is waiting for the next update. Will Jake Paul respond publicly? Is there evidence that could change everything? Or is this another viral rumor being blown out of proportion? One thing is certain, the internet is watching every move. And if this story keeps escalating, the boxing world could be heading toward one of the most shocking controversies we've seen in a very long time. Stay tuned, because this situation is developing fast, and the next revelation could change the entire story overnight.
Big ringside fight could be heading to court. A Florida man has filed a $50 million lawsuit against Netflix claiming breach of contract after subscribers dealt with buffering issues during the Jake Paul.
According to a report, technical problems with buffering and streaming made it nearly impossible for many people to watch the fight without being interrupted. Reports say that thousands of watchers had problems with latency. People were very angry and upset that their screens were frozen and had low quality during the match. Netflix, which heavily pushed the event and charged a lot for pay-per-view access, is now getting more criticism for not giving customers a perfect experience.
In breaking news, streaming giant Netflix is being issued a class action in relation to the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight. TMZ reports the lawsuit is over streaming issues and a breach of contract. Thousands of viewers claim they had trouble watching the fight. Netflix is yet to...
Fans have taken to social media to vent their anger and demand returns. Many are wondering how a technology failure at such a public event could happen. This case could give other people a big reason to hold streaming services responsible for live events, especially ones with expensive tickets. Another point of contention is the fight's honesty. Some videos on social media show Jake Paul and Mike Tyson holding back, which has led to claims that the fight was more of a show than a real fight. The claims have made people question the fight's legitimacy. Many fans and experts have called it planned entertainment, which supports the accusations. In a controversial comment made after the fight, Jake Paul revealed that he had held back on purpose out of respect for Tyson, saying that he wanted to put on a show instead of going all out. Paul's comments were meant to show that he enjoyed boxing. Legendary critics say this technique doesn't follow the rules of a legal fight. And more people are wondering if these kinds of fights hurt the sport's credibility, especially when they're promoted as serious competition.
And did you see that 58-year-old ass? It was wishful thinking for all those idiots who thought they were going to get Mike Tyson of the 90s come out and rip somebody's head off.
A lot of people are now wondering if these kinds of games hurt the sport's reputation, especially when they're advertised as serious competition. Boxing purists and sports experts have said that fans who paid a lot of money for the show had every right to expect a full fight. Some people have even said that the rules for star and exhibition matches should be looked at again by the groups in charge of sports to make sure that future events follow professional standards.
Former heavyweight boxing champion Mike Tyson had a brief medical scare earlier today during a cross-country flight from Miami to Los Angeles. According to TMZ, paramedics had to be called on board the United Airlines flight. The 57-year-old said he was in pain and felt dizzy and nauseous.
He allegedly went through medical exams and was given the all-clear to fight. But some critics wonder if these exams were thorough enough or if the event financial stakes played a role in the decision to let him fight. A 58-year-old man with known health problems is being matched up with a much younger and fitter opponent, which has raised ethical issues among boxing fans and professionals. The news about Tyson's health has sparked heated arguments about how promoters, trainers, and medical professionals should prioritize fighters' well-being over ticket sales. Fans are also calling for more openness and stricter health protocols for aging athletes, especially in high-profile matches where the risks can be high for Tyson, who has long been admired for his toughness and fighting spirit. These concerns add a bittersweet note to what was supposed to be a happy return to the ring. The aftermath of the Jake Paul vs. Mike Tyson fight has been just as dramatic and controversial as the fight itself. Between Netflix facing a multi-million-dollar lawsuit and the match's integrity being called into question and serious health concerns surrounding Tyson, the ripple effects are likely to be felt for months, if not years. This fight has raised crucial questions about the state of celebrity boxing, the ethics of staging mismatched bouts, and the responsibilities of all parties involved in ensuring fairness, safety, and quality as fans and critics continue to dissect every aspect of this event. One thing is clear: this was not just another fight. It was a watershed moment for the sport. What began as one of the most highly anticipated boxing events in recent memory has spiraled into a whirlwind of lawsuits, investigations, and public backlash. Both Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, along with streaming giant Netflix, are now facing intense scrutiny as the dust settles from their controversial fight while the event captivated millions of viewers. Its aftermath has exposed cracks in the foundation of modern boxing, leaving many fans questioning the ethics, integrity, and fairness of such high-profile matchups.
Did you start to take your foot off the gas just a little bit because you noticed he was tiring out?
Yeah, definitely a bit. You know, I wanted to give the fans a show, but I didn't want to hurt someone that didn't need to be.
The company that streamed the fight is now in the middle of a growing legal storm because of technology problems that happened during the show. Many people are unhappy with the live stream because they say it buffers, has low quality, and is interrupted often. Fans feel cheated after paying a lot of money to watch the event. A Florida man filed a $50 million class action lawsuit, which set the stage for what could be a major case in the account. Beyond Netflix, both fighters are now being looked at more closely by regulatory bodies and sports organizations that are looking into the fight's legality and morality. People have said that Tyson was holding back punches, and there have been questions about how he got his medical clearance. The event has led to debates about the roles of promoters, players, and sanctioning bodies in keeping the sport honest and open. For Mike Tyson, the issue could mean the end of his career. When he returned to the ring at 58 years old, it was seen as a sign of his unbreakable spirit and strength. But news of his health problems, such as a bleeding ulcer and major weight loss, has cast a shadow over that.
Talking about this Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight. We all know this shit was fucking faked and staged. It was all faked and staged. This motherfucker, Jake Paul and Mike Tyson made a deal with each other. This motherfucker is 58 years old and Jake Paul is 20.
Some people are questioning whether he should have been allowed to fight at all. They say that Tyson's involvement raises serious ethical concerns about using older athletes for profit. Was Tyson's return to the ring an act of bravery and determination, or was it a risky gamble that put his health at risk? As Tyson deals with these questions, the controversy threatens to change the story of his career, taking the spotlight off of his legendary accomplishments and onto the moral dilemmas of his twilight years in the sport. Jake Paul's fight was a chance to solidify his status as more than just a YouTube star dabbling in boxing. However, the aftermath has been a double-edged sword, even though he won by unanimous decision. On paper, beating a legend like Tyson seemed like a huge accomplishment. However, claims that the fight was more about showmanship than competition have hurt Paul's reputation. And videos of the fight that show both fighters holding back punches have added to the idea that the match was staged to entertain rather than to find a clear winner. As a result of Paul admitting that he held back to respect Tyson and give fans a show, the controversy has grown. Some critics say that this approach hurts the integrity of the sport. This backlash is a big problem for Paul, whose meteoric rise in the boxing world has been built on a mix of spectacle and controversy. If fans and analysts start to see his fights as scripted events instead of real competitions, his future in the sport could be in danger. The controversy has started new discussions about how to regulate aging fighters and what sports organizations should do to be fair and open. Should there be stricter age limits or health requirements for athletes competing in high-stakes matches? What role should sanctioning bodies play in making sure that fights are both safe and legal?
Everyone, show some love to the great Mike Tyson!
The Tyson-Paul fight has become a cautionary tale for many about how boxing has become too commercialized and the blurred lines between sport and entertainment. Some critics say that letting mismatched or unethically questionable fights happen could hurt the sport's reputation and turn off its core fans. While the fight drew millions of viewers and made a lot of money, many fans are still upset about it. What was supposed to be a historic showdown between a YouTube sensation and a boxing legend has instead become a lightning rod for criticism and controversy for Tyson, the fighter. May be remembered as a bittersweet chapter in Jake Paul's legendary career, a moment of courage overshadowed by questions of safety and ethics. It is a turning point in his boxing career, forcing him to face doubts about his honesty and dedication to the sport as investigations and lawsuits continue. Still, one question remains: was this fight Mike Tyson's triumphant return or a warning for the future of boxing? Only time will tell. Okay, guys. For the latest boxing news, moments, events, and actions, subscribe to MMA Motive and turn on notifications to never miss a good video. Also, check out our other videos. Until next time.